usual, feel free to take in a deep breath and connect with that inner source of yours to see what parts of this reading may be for you. Now, we are going to be doing a live reading for what is coming in for 2026 for the water signs today. So that's going to be Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. What is coming in for you in 2026? I'm getting a frequency over here to play as we do the reading. We did just upload a reading to channel members, Patreon members. You do have the Saturn mysteries that are starting today for the next 4 weeks moving forward, or however long it is that Capricorn season is. Let me know that you are here before we start the reading. Put a emoji in the comments below. Say hello to your neighbors. Say hello to me. I hope that you are all well. Hello, 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 DPAC, DPAC444. Hello. Thank you for being here today. Yeah, let me know that you're here in the comments below. Leave an emoji, put a blue heart, put a rose, say hello to your neighbor so that we can start our live reading for the water signs today. We're going to be seeing what's coming in for 2026. Now, I'll just give a little bit of channeled messages that I did give to channel members and the Patreon too. Hello, Swanky Art. Thank you for being here. So for 2026, it's the year of the co-creator. We have towards the end of February, a big shift where it really is, I kind of stay away from now, rather the sayings of like timeline splitting, right? I don't know if like say years ago, for those of you who would like say watch online spirituality, the timelines are splitting. We're having a little bit of that though. That's going to be coming in towards the end of February, where we have the year of the horse that comes in. At the same time, we have Neptune and Saturn kiss. Okay, and it's Saturn season, which is why I am mentioning it. That Neptune and Saturn, they are going to kiss. And what that means is your dreams, your goals, your soul mission, your soul legacy. If you're working with Saturn, it's going to happen. It's going to manifest. There's nothing that can stop you. Saturn blessings are protected. And this is some of the goddess juice it is that we've been sharing in the Patreon as we're going to be, hello, as we are going to be learning about the Saturn mysteries, initiated into the mysteries of Saturn for all of Capricorn season. Saturn also protects you or protects whatever you build with Saturn. So if someone wants to get to whatever you created with Saturn, they got to go through Saturn. And that's another just mystery school secret of Saturn, is what you create with that planet. They'd have to get through Saturn to get to what it is that you created. That is, it's yours to keep, kind of wealth, whatever it is that you build with the Saturn. All right, so feel free to take in a deep breath, connect with that inner source of yours. We do have a water signs reading today for the year 2026. What is going to be coming in? All right, we have the Seven of Pentacles already to start off the reading. It does say making investments, especially as Saturn moves out of Pisces and into Aries. I believe it's at the end of January. It's between that January and February shift. So especially Pisces placements, or go check out where you have Pisces. You're going to feel less restricted. Things are going to come in for you. Things are going to flow easier as you have the wisdom to apply from the lessons learned. All right, so take in a deep breath, connect with that inner source of yours. Let's get in some cards for Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio for 2026. Feel free to join the Patreon to join our 4 weeks of being initiated into the Saturn mysteries for how to reclaim your soul legacy with Saturn. Again, the astrology tip, or like hacking your astrology birth chart. What you build with Saturn is meant to last over 20 to 30 years or more. It's also protected by karmic law. So what you build with Saturn, or like say anything that's in your Saturn house, they have to get through Saturn to get to it. All right. Oh gosh, the first what's it called? Comment that I see. Fart once will super chat. Let's not do that. Hello. Put it in, rather put an emoji. Say hello in the comments below so that I know that you're here. Hello, 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 everyone. I'm so thankful to be going into 2026 with you. I'm hoping to, this year we did take a break off of most of, like, say, the bigger ceremonies. We had some mini ceremonies, but I miss all of you physically too, where in previous years, we were meeting in the ceremonies. We were traveling all over, and I did take off a year. Um, Really for my son, which I've shared this in other spaces. My son has autism, and I gave birth, I started this journey when he was a baby, and so as he has grown older, there were certain things on his own mission that he had to, that he's experiencing this year. And so I took the year off from ceremonies to focus on that. I'm reading the comments too. Hello, you are a class act. Thank you for being here. Hello to Cincinnati. Let me know. Also, feel free to put a rose in the comments below if you want to be a moderator. All moderators know you can email me for a one-card reading afterwards. I love your face. Thank you for being here. You know what was funny? I saw the other day of just like, get that girl off that has lip fillers. I never, none of that stuff. No. I was born this way. Lady Gaga voice. Yes, thank you for being here. All right, we're going to be getting a reading for Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And you already know how it goes over here. This is a soul tribe chat, all right? So let us gather in the temple. Let us be a little bit less separate, whoever you are, wherever you are. And feel free, if you have any topics of conversation, spiritual, mystery school questions, feel free to put it in the comments below, and I will get to them during the reading and after the reading. If you'd like a $10 mini reading, Cash App or PayPal, Goddess Energy 444. That cockatiel. That cockatiel. Thank you. Shout out to you. Soul Sessions with Us 1111. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. Sade. I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you. Sade. Sade is amazing. My son has a autism. Yeah. There was just new expressions of it this year, so that's kind of just what I was going through and took time to focus on that, right? Where, at least for me and a lot of other, maybe say medicine men or women or holistic practitioners, whoever you are, whatever label, in the present moment, at least what it taught me, I served so many souls, right? This year, my son needed my sessions where I was like working overtime of just the things, he was releasing so much. And again, I started this journey when he was a baby, so I do have a 6-year-old, but his autism, things were a little bit different this year. He was expressing differently. And so, yeah, being that high priestess eye, right, to see things and being that eye and that advocate is like what I had to do. However, that's also why we just didn't have as many physical ceremonies and meetings this year. And I'm excited to get back to that next year. As for those of you who've been watching, we travel all over the USA, Puerto Rico, and we gather, and I can't wait for us to continue doing so. My specialty is working with, maybe I should email you, but email me soul sessions with us 1111. It's been a wonderful and enriching journey. And let me know if anyone can be a moderator. Put a rose in the comments below if you'd like to be a moderator. And you can, if you're a moderator, email me and I will give a one-card reading. Let's see. Reading all the comments over here. Blessings to you, ARJ. I'm going to make you a moderator as well. I overstand. Oh, yes, blessings to you. Thank you for understanding. Exactly. Yeah, they're so high functioning, and I won't get like too much into it. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not giving any medical advice. All readings are entertainment and educational purposes only. But at least from what I've learned in shamanism, they are more open to the world, sensories. You feel so much, and it goes just so much deeper than that. But, wow, Avatar. I've been told I look like Avatar. I'll take that too. I need you to know that you have connected my powers. I'm so happy that that perhaps something it is that I channeled helped to connect all of that. I know, exactly. Why did they take me in the Avatar movie? I agree with you. See, I'll take all of that. I'll take it. I actually had a photographer, I'm going to start the reading. I had a fashion photographer say, you look like high fashion alien. And I just want you to know that that's a compliment. And I was like, okay. So from then on, I just took alien as a compliment because he was like a high fashion, like a photographer. And he's like, don't take this the wrong way, but you look like a high fashion alien. I was like, okay, I'll take that. All right. Tap in. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, 2026. The universe is always conspiring in my favor. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I'm actually being led to go right into the tarot, not even oracle cards today. Oh, Bang Bang Bronx is here. All right. What do we have? Now, I will say for 2026, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, what is your overall energy? Seven of Pentacles, okay? This is you starting to see the seeds that you have sprouted grow. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio over here. All right, things coming to fruition. It says hard work that pays off, your harvest, okay? 2026 is your harvest. Put it in the comments below. 2026 is not my harvest season. It is my harvest year. All right, 2026 is my harvest year. What do we have for Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio? You can have it anywhere in your birth chart, any of those placements. I've been missing you too, Bang Bang Bronx. I was like, where's Bang Bang Bronx in the lives? It's so funny how sometimes I won't even see, but I'll just even feel someone enter before I even see them. Greetings to Malaysia. Yes, feel free to email me. Let's go home 7777@gmail.com. So it's 4 sevens. Let's go home 7777@gmail.com. But 2026 might finally be the year that I change my email to 144 Blue Rose Temple. My spirits told me 30 times. Yes, 2026 is my harvest year. Yes, put it in the comments below. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio for the year 2026. For Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio, why do we have, okay, Two of Swords, there we go. For Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, why do we have the Seven of Pentacles for 2026? For Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, why do we have Seven of Pentacles for 2026? So you do Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I love how Saturn's been coming through in the readings. If you work with Saturn, and that's just in general, because on February 17th, 2026, Saturn and Neptune are going to like smooch. But what that means as far as the transit, if you're working with Saturn, your dreams can come true. Your soul legacy, your soul mission. It's not just talking. You will earth that reality. You can manifest that reality. In channel members, I actually shared that 2026 is the year that we are done with, and I say it with a grain of salt because you need delusion. But I mean the spirituality that has no backbone. There's no structure to it. You know, where it's just like, well, I have a purpose. And then just like sitting there like, well, I have, you know, it takes your actions, your aligned actions, the structure, your routine. And that's really how things happen. That's how things manifest. Where even like an overnight manifestation, overnight success, it probably took some time to create the foundation, whatever the discipline, the structure to have that overnight, say, success or this or that. And that's what I'm seeing here, where there's something about a choice. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, 2026. It can be your year. If you are working with, grounded reality, if you have a plan, if you have aligned actions, because I will say 2026 is like wiping away the third eye. You know, it's wiping the third eye of illusion. Let's see what we have here. Because I do see there's like a Seven of Cups in reverse. You have the Four of Pentacles. It says the card choice. And then we have success. I do need to visit India. Yes, I do. Of course. Please, girl, support my religion. Yes, what is your religion? Of course I will. Blue Rose, the cosmic blue ray. All religion. Oh, I have Cleopatra over here. Yes. Cleopatra. She's an interesting character. Please, will I win? No. So actually, Saturn is not that word that you just said. And that's actually, people demonize it so that you don't own your power. And so that's why people, oh no, Saturn's bad. Saturn is not bad. Saturn actually is God's will. But when Saturn, right, it's us not wanting to be accountable. So it's like Saturn, you know, it's God's will until it gets to me. You know, no, it's God's will. You know, and so Saturn is uncomfortable. It has sometimes uncomfortable lessons, but it's always like God, right? And how do I word it? Like God has a disciplinary side, right? And like that's what it is. And it's also love. And it's the energy of the father. So Saturn is Chronos. Saturn's the father. So Pluto's ruled by Hades. Saturn's ruled by Chronos. But again, the father energy, it can be disciplinary. So it doesn't feel as, say, like nurturing as soft as a mother, but it's still love. You know, it's alignment. I have the same deck. Oh, cool. Is your future husband in the chat? I hope your future husband is in the chat. If my future husband is in the chat, please listen closely. I'm wishing that for you. 2026 is your harvest year. A bouquet for me. Where's my flowers? Oh, there's a flower here, but it dried up a little bit because I had it here, okay? Here's a flower for you too. I have a few other ones here too. All right, now what do we have for Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio for the year 2026? Why the Seven of Pentacles for 2026? You can have it. It's yours. Takes a little bit of work. That's what I'm seeing for 2026, the year of 10. But it does ask that you have a foundation. So, you know, it's never too late. It's not 2026 yet. It is Saturn season. Now in the Patreon, I'm actually giving you an entire guidebook of how to work with Saturn and how to manifest soul wealth and legacy with Saturn that's going to last you over 20 years. That's what Spirit's saying over here. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. The Seven of Pentacles, it can happen for you. It is asking to be strong, like to make the decisions. It's the Saturn energy. Why Seven of Pentacles, Strength card, and Six of Cups for Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio? You can be the Empress, okay? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, water signs, the Empress. You can manifest and attract all of this in 2026. But it does ask that you're doing the work that you need to do, right? Where, remember, February 17th, Neptune and Saturn are going to like smooch. It's actually an astrology app that worded it that way. They're going to smooch. There's a transit where they come together. So if we know it's February 17th, you've got 2 months, just about 2 months or so. Work with Saturn. You know, look up where your Saturn is, start building that foundation, start having the aligned action, crossing T's, dotting I's, that shadow work that you just know that you need to do. Doing that because you don't want to do it after that transit. Because after February 17th, if you have, you know, it's more going to like, hey, this is what you got to do. But if we're doing it beforehand, you receive the rewards and the blessings. And that's what this reading is saying. Making decisions that are not so easy. Now, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio for 2026. Why the Two of Swords right away? Why the Two of Swords right away for 2026? Oh, why the Two of Swords right away? Now, what I will say too is remember that the calendar year is, and you could be seeing the number 888. Remember that the calendar year is not like our true energetic year. The calendar year is what we made up. Like humans, man, you know, made it up. The true calendar year is that Pisces to Aries switch. It's also the year of the horse, of when things shift. So remember that, yes, a new year is coming. Energetically, you have time. And this is all signs. You have time. Because the new year, you're going to see it start the end of February into the end of March. So yes, January 1st is a few days, but you have time to do all this or to think about these types of things. And I'm going to answer that question too of how do we do shadow work? I do see conflicts. I will say it feels like once 2026 comes in, so maybe perhaps January, right? We're seeing this in threes. So you can maybe see this in like the first 4 months, right? What's got to be cleared out, clears out. It gets out of your way. What's this 5 of Wands for Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio? Because you have a reward for your hard work coming in. And that's why, it's the kind of thing like, when you pray for a blessing or for a clearing and then people start acting up in your life or this happens and that happens. It's like, well, there are certain things that need to end. And so it feels like in January, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, you may still have some endings. And again, it's remembering that it's not the true new year. The true new year is like end of February into March as we transition in astrology calendars. Now, why the 2 of Cups here for Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio for 2026? Ooh, you got someone coming in here. Why the 2 of Cups for Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio for 2026? Why the 2 of Cups for Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio for 2026? Now we do have, what I'm seeing is like what needs to be, it's not necessarily what needs to be cleared out. Why the Emperor here for Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio for 2026? Listen, Linda, listen. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I'm seeing there's a big clearing that what is not true to your path or even true to you or to your success is cleared out. For some of you, like I do see endings and it's like of some people, relationships, maybe certain plans that lead to success. So it's interesting that it all does lead to success. Why the 6 of Wands here for Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio? Success. But how does it come in? Like the truthful clearings. And what do I mean by truthful clearings? Where it's like, it wasn't that person. It wasn't that path or this or that. So 2026, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, trust in what happens. Trust in what is released. Trust in what doesn't work out because it only leads to your true success. And 2026, it's about you, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It's interesting. What I do see for 2026, there might be a final karmic lesson of like, not that you need to do anything, but I'm seeing you put yourself first. And by putting yourself first, like when you're on an airplane, the oxygen mask, that's what I mean. Not from a place of selfishness at all, but if you want to love others and give to others, you need your foundation, right? Or you need to have a full cup. And that's what I'm seeing here. And someone just said, forcing myself to take the day off. Maybe for some of you, sometimes forcing yourself to take the day off. Why the World card over here for Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio? It ends up being a gift. What I will say is 2026, whatever you've been working on this year, 2025, 2026, by the end of next year, your life is so balanced, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You could see it as Ma'at balance. You're going to have a peaceful life. Whatever has been taking your peace, seen or unseen, is going to be released. Barack Obama, what's he got to do with this? I forget what sign. Is he a Libra? Barack Obama first year personally came to my location to raise the people to kick me out. Huh? Do you have a magic carpet? That's a sushi roll. Sorry. Intrusive thoughts, I'm sorry. Right away, I thought of sushi. Magic carpet ride is a sushi. I like that kind of sushi. Do I have a magic carpet? I think everything's magical. So I have carpets and they're probably magical too. And if anyone wants to try a new sushi roll, magic carpet ride. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You're gonna have the life that feels peaceful, but it also looks like it in some way, shape, or form. And what I mean by that is, sometimes we have our own plans, right? Where it's like, I want that, I want this, or like I'll share mine, right? Of maybe many years ago, I'm gonna travel the world and hosting ceremonies. And then a few years, right, where it may not be all year long that say I'm traveling and this and that. Maybe it's only 2 months out of the year, right? It's like we have ideas, we have dreams, we have goals. And then there's like the truth of reality setting in of like what's actually going to work, like right now, right? What's actually good for you. And that's what I'm seeing here, where yes, you are going to get your dreams, vision, and goals, but I also see almost like a renewal of what those dreams, visions, goals are. Soul mission, soul legacy, soul purpose. It's not one thing. It's the frequency that we hold, and that can be flexible of what that looks like, what it feels like, etc. And so you're going to have the life by the end of 2026 that is best for you. But it's the kind of thing, where it's like, say that one person in your life, is like removed, like your life is in balance some way, shape, or form by the end of 2026. And it's 111 members in the chat as I say that. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, you're going to get what you want. Not always what you want. You're definitely going to get what you need by the end of 2026. Your dreams are going to come true. It does require plans, like realistic planning. For 2026, why 6 of Coins and the Temperance card for Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio? What I do see is, it says missed opportunities. Yeah, Devil card with the 4 of Cups over here. Especially when it comes to projections upon you. Why the Devil card with the 4 of Cups over here for Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio? You know your path. What I do see, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, 2026 is also the year of I'm not taking any projections, the noise, right? Shiva, the noise of what is true to you and what is not of your truth. And sometimes what we think is true to us is going to change, right? And that's okay too. But what I'm seeing is for 2026, follow your path. I see so much justice and balance. We have the High Priestess and Justice here, where follow your intuition, follow your soul. I see that a lot of the issues, say, especially in relationships, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, once 2026 comes, it's like that person, that family member, that lover, say like that court case, that whatever it is that has been years or your whole life, by the end of 2026, it's removed from your life completely. So if there's anything that you've been dealing with for years, 2026 is the year that you are no longer dealing with it. And, for those of you who are dealing, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, dealing with people or karmic situations that are getting in the way of your soul purpose, soul legacy and mission, or success in any way, shape, or form, 2026 is the year that it's finally removed for your highest good moving forward. And that's what I have here. Now, what type of success is coming in for Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio for 2026? So what Spirit is saying is like, hey, whatever's in the way, it has to be removed this year for things to come in. What do we have for Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio? What kind of success is coming in for Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio? What kind of success is coming in? Now, I have been channeling Saturn and Pluto because we got a Death card and a Tower card over here. It brings a reward for your hard work. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, what ends or what transforms in your life, you get a reward for it over here. That's how the success comes. In 2026, really what it's going to tell the collective is success. Even this manifestation stuff, right, that we talk about on YouTube, on TikTok, and this and that, it still doesn't come without hard, and I don't want to say hard work. in the ways that we've always been programmed to think of hard work. It doesn't come without alignment. It doesn't come without healing. It doesn't come without the foundation. And those types of things are going to be highlighted in the year of 2026 for all of the spiritual community and then beyond the spiritual community. And really what I'm saying is we need the feminine and the masculine. A lot of the spiritual community for years was like in feminine energy. And it requires also the masculine, again, of having the structure, the foundation. Why the Three of Wands here for the success? Why the Three of Wands for success over here? Yeah, the big message here, it's interesting. How does the success come? By cutting out what needs to be cut out. Six of Coins over here. It could be because we're in Saturn season. Feels like a lot of Saturn energy. Thank you for the flower. I give you a flower too. Thank you. We have the Six of Coins over here. That is how you receive when you make room. So 2026 is not going to allow you to hold on to things that you don't have to hold on to anymore. Why the Six of Coins over here? And then you're showing up as the Queen or King of Wands over here. Okay, so that's also you attracting. The Queen or King of Wands is very magnetic. They're very confident. They have a lot of energy, a lot of life force energy. All right, so beautiful things are coming in for you. But it does say of like, hey, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, whatever, say, issues or say problems, right? It is that you have been dealing with for years. That's it. It's released. I will also say what's just coming through. I'm hearing time is a quickening. Where it's not going to be a dark night of the soul for 5 years, a whole year, The death cycles are going to be quicker. And that's happening because we had the year of the serpent. And before the year of the serpent was the year of the dragon. The year of the dragon and the year of the serpent back to back has reminded us all as a collective, excuse my voice, I've been clearing my voice, that we have to evolve. That's the only way that true change happens, is by evolving in consciousness, by shedding our skin, by changing, by transforming, by alchemizing ourselves, our lives. And especially again, like in the year of the horse, for those who have truly been working with the collective energies, you've mastered that dragon within you. You've mastered the serpent within you. And so now it's time to run like a horse and move forward into your soul destiny and highest timeline. All right, now what's overall advice? What is overall advice for Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio for 2026? All water over here. What is advice for Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio for 2026? Moving forward. Yeah, what Spirit is saying is, now for some of you, if you can, now this could be before January 1st. It could also be before the actual, like say, astrology new year. Cleanse and clear your waters. And by that, I mean cleanse and clear the mental and emotional realm. And that's what I'm seeing here. We have Page of Cups, King of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. 5 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, and the 10 of Wands over here. And so you can always work with the violet flame of Saint Germain. You could also work with the blue flame. And both of those flames can alchemize and transmute any, say, negative, I don't like to use the word negative emotions, but lower emotions. Any density in your mental or emotional realm. That's what I'm seeing. That could be very beneficial to cleanse and to clear, again, before moving forward. And whether that be into that transit of February 17th or just into next year. All right. Now, why the 10 of Wands here for advice for 2026? Why yeah. Whatever needs to shift and change. We do have the 5 of Pentacles. You have the 8 of Coins. And then the 10 of Cups over here. So what Spirit is saying is, whatever's in the way in water, right? Water rules emotions. What's in the way of your true peace, your true happiness? That's all going to be clearing so that you can actually have that. That inner and outer success, joy, and balance. I'm going to take a look at the comments over here now too. We'll grab some oracle cards of advice. We're going to be doing one card readings for $5. I do $10 mini readings, but we're going to do $5 one card readings as well. Feel free to Cash App or PayPal, Goddess Energy 444. And we'll do one card readings for $5 or the mini readings for $10. I'm reading the comments. About time. I don't have the apps on my wall. I hope it's coming together for water, folks. Listen, Linda, listen. That Saturn is finally coming out of Pisces. Okay, Mother. Thank God. I'm reading all the comments over here. Feel free to put any spiritual question, mystery school questions you have, or any topics it is that you want to bring up. Shiva the Destroyer. Yes, I got Kali Ma right over here. Yeah, it's going to be a good year to be a Pisces, but especially Pisces because you have Saturn coming out of the sign of Pisces and that North Node in Pisces. All right. Blessings. Blessings, gem jewels. Look at that. We have Pele over here. Transformation. Light your fires. Just confirmation. Some of you may work with the violet or even the blue flame over here. Light your fire. Maybe some of you are even from Hawaii. What do we have for Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio for the year 2026? What do we have Pisces for? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Oh, a lot of Kundalini energy here, actually. We do have Isis, Sacred Contracts, Lilith energy, and then chakra healing, light your fire. But with the fire and the serpent energy, I'm getting a lot of that Kundalini energy here. All right, so for some of you, and I mean, this was the year of the serpent. Your dreams, visions, and goals require you, again, to have a foundation to work with the shadow. I see you showing up in 2026 as your whole self. And that's just an overall message to the collective. You know, oh, blessings to you, Sage Green over here. Let me look at the comments. We are doing Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Jesus Christ is the Lord Savior. Yes, he is. Yes. Oh, you got your ancestor money for the money rituals. Awesome. All right. And I'm going to be doing readings from the PayPal or Cash App only. So you can PayPal or Cash App Goddess Energy 444. If you did already send a sticker, let me know, but we're not going to be doing the stickers today. So ARJ, feel free to put a question in the comments below. How do I do shadow work? Yeah, so what is the shadow? The unexplored, unaccepted parts of ourself. You know, your shadow is that part of you that may be very suppressed, oppressed, denied at some point in your life, but is very much a part of you. And when we work with that shadow rather than deny it, we can show up as our full and whole self. A Wayne. Alex. All right, I'm going to write this down too. Actually, we have the laptop here for Alex. And we can even start the frequencies. There we go. All right. For Alex, feel free to put it in the comments below, your question. We're going to start the mini readings. If you'd like a one-card reading, the one-card readings are $5 or mini readings for $10, a little bit more in depth. You can send it to Cash App or Goddess Energy 444. All right, we're going to be getting just a few more cards for water signs. Let's see what time it is today. We may even have some time for fire signs for 2026 to see where, and you could have these placements anywhere in your birth chart. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio could be anywhere, as well as any other sign that we do. What do we have for advice for 2026? For water signs, what do we have for advice for water signs? Cloak of wisdom. It's going to require that cloak of wisdom. You've got miracles coming in. Okay, Horus over here. Cloak of wisdom. Trust what you know. You know, and how do I want to word it? Excuse me for the sniffles. Still getting over a cold over here. Now, I channel Mystery School consciousness. To navigate this world, we have to remember who we are. This world will constantly be in Maya and fear and illusion. And the law of correspondence, this world, this realm, is a mirror, pointing us back home to our hearts and to ourselves. And so it's knowing that, as soon as I get a message as well, knowing that, right? Knowing who we are, knowing our path amidst the illusions of this world, miracles are coming in. You know, again, the world's going to continue to awaken. The world's programs and systems are going to continue to break down. We have chosen to be here at a time of destruction. We are 144,000. And I have chills as I say that. We are the chosen ones that lead the way in white robes. When the rest of the world sees destruction, cloak of wisdom, my white robe sees something else in the world. You know, by white robes, I'm speaking of, you know, the 144,000. And so that's what Spirit's also saying too. And it's also why I share Mystery School consciousness, where we see this every 250 years. Oh my gosh, awakening, this is happening, new technology, this and that, religion breaking down. And it happens every 250 years. It's prophecy. You know, and so with that, we can work with these prophetic timelines. You are 144,000. You are chosen ones that have chosen to be here in this world, not of it, not living from the root of fear, but witnessing, sacredly witnessing and observing, like the Shiva, right? The noise of the world, the destruction, but knowing the truth and anchoring that God-given truth. We have Horus, cosmic gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Okay, so it's like, yes, things will happen in the world. We're in this world. We are not of it. We know how energy works, and therefore we're going to make some magic. Next year is the year of the horse of co-creation. As the rest of the world is going through its deconstruction process, which we still all are in consciousness. We are evolving in consciousness. But as the world is going through destruction, we are going to witness and to be part of God's creation of not only a new, but an ancient earth, a heaven on earth. And that's like what's happening here. That's what I'm seeing. All right, I'm going to write down too the names. AJ. Let's see. There goes the charger over here. 6 Marie. All right, so I'm going to go over here. A Wayne. We're going to do a $10 reading. We're going to do a 1-card reading for Leona. A mini reading for 6 Marie. I've always loved your name, 6 Marie. Let's see. All right, I'm going to write you down in order over here. Yeah, feel free to Cash App or PayPal, Goddess Energy 444. We're going to put this phone on the charger here too. Doing some construction on this room, on this whole house, but this room too. I may not even have this room for too much longer, as we have a high priestess that may be joining me. But we shall see, whatever God's will and God's plan is. There we go. All right. So let's get in the mini readings for everyone. Let me see if AJ said anything, or if A Wayne was AJ. Don't know. How you gonna say yes he is as you play with things? I do not fall. How do I word this? As you play with things that the Bible speaks against. The Bible is an exoteric piece of information. And so it's not meant to be taken literally. Oh. To comment after that. Jesus Christ. Jeressa. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, we do need Jesus up in this place. Mini readings. Jeressa. Okay, I got you down here too. Blessing. What sign is compatible to Sagittarius? Is it Gemini that is the opposite of Sag? Is it Gemini or is it Cancer? And I wouldn't say like compatible, right? Because there's so much to a birth chart. And so I would say look at the whole birth chart. ARJ, feeling stuck and want to know what herbs to use to open the third eye. Lotus comes to mind right away. Where the Egyptians would use lotus. You could even smoke it. You could use it as a tea. You could use it as an incense. Lotus would be awesome for opening the third eye or opening any of your sacred gifts. Perception, yes. Leona, yes, it's here. I'm getting to all the comments over here now. I did write down. We have A. Wayne, Leona, Six Marie, and Jeressa. And Alyssa for a mini reading. All right, put now the questions in the comments below. Leona. We're going to do Leona first, and then Six Marie. I'm going to write down your questions, Six Marie. What is my love and financial situation for 2026? Love and finances for 2026. After that is Jeressa, and then Alyssa. Leona. I believe A. Wayne is AJ here, but A. Wayne, if you are not AJ, I love Jesus so much. Oh my gosh. I love him so much. He can save me. The person, Jesus isn't real. Now I won't, I know I can be smart sometimes, and it's just more of the comments that are just unnecessary. I love Jesus. It actually hurts when people think that I don't love Jesus. Like I'm just, that my inner child is just like, oh, Jesus loves me. Yes, I know. Jesus was real though. I would never ever say that Jesus was not real. He was a real prophet. There are many religions and cultures that honor him and that they are in their text and writing. You know, even Africa has a prophet written down that was basically describing Jesus, Yahweh, and even had like a similar name. You know, Islam recognizes Yeshua as a prophet. So Yeshua definitely was real. However, Christ is a consciousness, and not even consciousness. Christ means light, right? The derivative, Christ, light. And so for you to be in that Christed frequency. Alyssa Bell. Let's see, we have Jeressa, Alyssa. Yes, we do. A. Wayne. For Alex. There we go. All right, so Alex is first. We do have Leona as well. So I'm going to look for Alex's question here. If not, I will do Leona, and I'm going to wait on Alex's question. Jeressa. Okay, Tita. I like that. So, Tita Jury, Jeressa, feel free to put a question in these comments below, and I'm going to write it down for you as well. I know many of my past lives, and I'm going to find one that doesn't believe me. 144 and I'm 44. When my gifts are all coming back into my life, I need help understanding them. Hello, Cosmic Goddess Koi Bliss. Hello, sister. How are you? For me, the pine has been coming. I love it. I get super amazing dreams. The mini readings are $10, and then a one-card reading is $5. Feel free to Cash App or PayPal, Goddess Energy 444, either one. Okay, so for Leona, so Alex, for A. Wayne, for Alex, feel free to put a comment with your question in these comments below. Leona, we're going to do a one-card reading for you of what it is that's coming up for you. So for Leona, 333. I'm seeing the color deep purple for you. That could be your auric color. I'm seeing a very deep purple. Almost like an eggplant purple, like a wine kind of purple plum. Could be, let's see, what do we have for Leona 333? Divine Mother, Divine Father, Holy Spirit of Light, Holy Spirit of God. For Leona 333, what is a one card message for Leona 333? If we need to get any clarifications for the one cards, we definitely will. What do we have for Leona 333 for 2026? I didn't ask anything yet. So what do we have for Leona 333 for 2026? Okay, we'll take that because I said it. There's a shift in perspective here. Let's see. Michelle, will do also a mini reading for Michelle. Feel free to put in the comments below your question for Leona. So 3 cards that come out for you. We do have Page of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, the Hangman. There's a shift in perspective about a road path or a way that you make money in some way, shape, or form. Like it could be an avenue, a stream of income. There's a shift in perspective. Why the Hangman for Leona? There's something it is that you'll see. Yes, there's something it is that you're going to see that shifts your perspective. Now, this could be workplace. It could be someone that you share money with. So confirmation, clarity is coming in for the year of 2026 about a stream of income or a way that you make money. And what's the advice for Leona for this message for 2026? What is the advice? We have the 3 of Wands. We also have the 2 of Swords. So again, it does feel like there is 6 of Coins here. So just confirmation. Now, this is either maybe someone that gives you money, someone that you share money with, or a stream of income. You're going to have an awakening about it. And you're going to maybe end up like doing something else or straying from that. Why the 3 of Wands for Leona? Yeah, where it feels like it costs you more in the long run. So it's something of like, say you're connected to someone that is just so draining, but you have so much money tied with them. Or say you have a job or a boss that is just so much and so draining mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It's something like that in 2026 where you're going to be able to make money in a different way that feels more aligned. All right. Now, Alex A. Wayne, I'm going to be looking for your comment as well. I do have 6 Maries here too. And then Alyssa and Michelle, if you can write down your comment as well. Can this work with gambling? I don't know. Hello, I'm a missionary of God and I feel you as well. Oh, blessings. Tita Jury. Okay. Got your question too. 6 Marie, I have written down 2. I'll do you 6 Marie, and then there goes Michelle as well. Awesome. Well, I find reciprocal love. I am wishing reciprocal love and everything upon everyone in this chat for 2026. Will I find reciprocal love in 2026? Putting it out there. And then Alyssa and Michelle, feel free to put your questions below as well. You know, I actually like this comment. And not necessarily about the gambling part, but it says 90% of gamblers quit right before they're about to hit big. 90% of people quit before they're about to hit big. Where that's the law of octave. So I do have a PDF in the Patreon where... And I did make this announcement, you know, with Mystery School Consciousness 2026, and I said this months ago, but we're going to say it again. We have graduated from love, light, and fluffy stuff. From New Age spirituality, just keeping it in 2025 and the years beforehand. In 2026, we're going to show you how to work with the shadow, how that you can discern what's karmic fate, what's karmic cycles. The law of octave, which is a mystery school sigil symbol, it's called the Enneagram. It shows you how to work with your karmic cycles to lead to your soul destiny. When we're thinking in black and white, it's like, oh, something negative happened. That's it, you know. That's not necessarily how it works. you know, and the law of octave, which again, there's a PDF on the Patreon, so feel free to join. In each interval, it's an opportunity to double check your foundation within and without. It doesn't mean to stop. It means that you have to check your foundation, you know, and too often from like shame, guilt, from other people, etc., that don't even have the guts to fail publicly anyway, right? People quit because of that. But 90% of people quit right before they're going to make it. Jeressa, fine. Okay, and then we're going to do Alyssa and Michelle. I'm waiting for Alex A. Wayne. Maybe they're in the comments here. I'm still going down too. Someone commented Oshun's daughter. You're painting with what color? Oh, you're painting. I love that. Awesome, Ladybug. And Ladybug, tell me what name you are. You have to be then Alyssa or Michelle. Either I think you're Michelle though on here, because I think I saw Alyssa. Let's see. Yes, Yeshua and Mary Magdalene show how we should keep our union sacred. And Yeshua and Mary Magdalene also show that they were not exempt to the shadow. They went through so much together, you know. All right, Michelle, there we go. I would love to know what's coming in for 2026. Okay. And then just waiting on Alyssa. I'll check again for Alex A. Wayne, 6 Marie. Let's get it, 6 Marie. All right, for 6 Marie, love and finances. For 6 Marie, tap in over here. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Yes, he is. For 6 Marie, for 2026, love and finances. How can I be part of your community group? Now, we do have channel members. Patreon is really where it all happens. And if you're a Patreon member, if I ever host a workshop, it's for free. Doesn't matter if you're a $7 member and the workshop's $200, you get in for free. So you can join Patreon. It's Blue Rose Mystery School. There's also the channel members, which you can click on and become a channel member as well. Oh, thank you, ARJ. And thank you. Feel free to email me if you'd like a 1-card reading. Thank you so much. For 6 Marie, love and finances. Let's go to love for 2026. 6 Marie. I'm seeing your Venus and Saturn. Is there a conjunction between your Venus and Saturn together? Like what house is your Venus and Saturn in? That's what I'm seeing for love, where there's something there. Like say, for example, you have a 7th house Saturn. 7th house Saturn, they see love. Well, they have their love relationships rather. Like after Saturn return especially, but usually either later on in life or someone who's like way older than them, or it could be vice versa, you know, where you're the older one. But if you have a Saturn in the 7th house, it represents a very mature relationship, or when you're older is when you get like that love. Say Venus in the 12th house, they struggle with relationships. So something is just telling me to tell you what house is your Venus or Saturn in for relationships. For 6 Marie, for love for 2026. What do we have for 6 Marie on love and romance for 2026? What do we have for 6 Marie for love and romance? Okay, there we go. I want to know what this 8 of Swords is. We're going to clear this out before 2026. We're not going to let this 8 of Swords come into 2026 for 6 Marie, because I do see love in the middle of the reading. And then there's a little bit of an 8 of Swords. Now, for 6 Marie on love and romance, why the 5 of Cups? For 6 Marie for love and romance, I do see deep healing, where, say in the past, you experienced lovers or romantic relationships, just relationships in general, that would take you for granted, where you're naturally a happy person. And what I see is past relationships have drained you. And it's like you lose your spark sometimes in relationships where, again, like you are a naturally happy person, positive, all those different things. But somebody, like, say, comes in and takes you for granted and I want to use the word taints that a little bit about you. Where like you just have this light and it's like moth to a flame, the wrong, say, person comes in and they take some of that. Not that they take some of that light, but they can dim it. Now, why the 10 of Cups for 6 Marie for love for 2026? You have a true connection coming in. But why is there an 8 of Swords here for 6 Marie for love for 2026? Why the 8 of Swords and the Moon card for love for 6 Marie for 2026? We have the Moon card, the 8 of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. Why the Moon card with the 8 of Swords for love and romance for 6 Marie for 2026? It feels like there's love present. There may be something that happens in life that like distracts you, where I'm hearing Love Lockdown by Kanye West. Because it's like Ace of Swords, 10 of Cups. There's this new clarity, this new energy, and even love that may come into your life. Why Ace of Swords with the 10 of Cups for 6 Marie for love? It says there's a choice. There's love present here. There's almost like this warning of do not allow life circumstances to keep you from love. The right person will love all of that shadow. Till death do us part, right? Not necessarily till death do us part. But I think sometimes too, we focus too much in life and even the spiritual journey of like making ourselves a project where it's like, oh, but I'm ready for love once I'm perfect. And it's like, you know, you're going to age. There may be health things that come up. You could lose a job with a lover. You know, you can have one, you could lose it, this or that. We can't avoid the shadow in love, in relationships. You know, it's like we're going through life cycles together. And what I'm seeing here is there is potential for a lot of love and a true love. But what Spirit's also saying is if there is any shadow that comes up just in your own life, don't let it deter you from love. Like, don't base your worth on anything else, which I'm not even saying that you do, because I don't think you do. But there may be other things that come up too. But what Spirit is saying is that love is present and you can receive it. Don't get distracted, like say if other things happen in life. Why the 10 of Cups and Ace of Swords for 6 Marie for love? We have 10 of Pentacles. You have the Death card in reverse over here. Why Death card in reverse for love? You know, what Spirit is saying is you can receive love. The year of 2026 is going to require you to be that high priestess, right? That high priest, that high priestess card of not repeating a lesson. And that's what it's saying here. Where I do see love here, there's going to be a test though. And that's what Spirit is saying. Okay, you have the Ace of Wands over here because I do see shadow. But it's saying you can work through the shadow. All right. Now let's see though for finances. For 6 Marie. What do we have for 6 Marie? For finances for 2026. For 6 Marie, I'm going to be looking at the comments for Alex A. Wayne and Alyssa. What do we have for 6 Marie? For finances for 2026. What do we have for 6 Marie for wealth
prosperity, and finances for 2026. What do we have for 6 Marie for wealth? Be optimistic is what Spirit's saying right away. Be optimistic. You do have a reward coming in, and it is just going to take your boundaries over here. But Spirit's saying, hey, you may get phone calls, some sort of increase of your reputation in some way, shape, or form when it comes to wealth and prosperity for 2026. It says good news. So for 2026, expect more good news for wealth and prosperity. Why the Page of Wands here for wealth and prosperity for 6 Marie for 2026? There's a lot of creative energy as well. We have the Knight of Wands, which is creativity. It's passion. We have the Page of Swords here too. Why Knight of Wands and the Page of Swords? Yeah, you're moving forward over here. Careful planning along with your creativity, your dreams, visions, and goals. We have the Six of Swords. That's you coming into a brand new timeline over here. Wealth and prosperity, confirmation with the Page of Pentacles. Wealth and prosperity is going to feel more balanced for you in the year of 2026. Again, anyone who's a Pisces here, that Saturn energy is going to be lifted off of you. So you're going to feel less restricted in different areas of your life. All right. So that's what I have for you. I hope that it resonates. It looks really good for wealth and prosperity. And for love, it is there. What Spirit's just saying is don't repeat an old pattern. All right. For Jeressa, we're going to do a mini reading for Jeressa. I am going to check for Alex A. Wade in the comments, Alyssa, and Michelle. Oh, thank you, Michelle. It says, I love when you talk Christ consciousness. Welcome, Ladybug. I think I've seen you and the 144 Collective updates before. So welcome back to channel members. Everyone say hello to Ladybug. I love ladybugs. I love when you talk about Christ consciousness and Mary Magdalene. Yeah, you know, it's at least I don't know anything, but I don't think that Jesus did all that to bring us to just one religion, land, and place. You know, I think it's very much a frequency of authenticity, of truth, of love. I would love to hear about me. I'm going to email you, Queen. Yes, email me. When are you going to have a retreat? 11/11/2026. We're going to be in Puerto Rico. We're going to be with Cacique Antonio. So he works side by side with the Taino tribes, with the Yamanawa tribe in Brazil. There's tribes in Peru that he works with. So he's a medicine man and a soul brother of mine that travels the world. And also the USA serving his medicine. He's going to be there as well. And we do have our soul sister, Victoria, that's going to be there too, holding circles and giving her Tao blessings. So 11/11/2026, you can join us in Puerto Rico. It is all inclusive, so it's going to be shared lodging. There's going to be one trip to and back from the airport. Light meals are also available. We have multiple medicines available and more. So feel free to email me if you have any questions. All right, now I'm looking for the comments from Alex A. Wayne, from Alyssa, and from Michelle. And we're about to do Jeressa's reading of Will I Find Reciprocal Love? I'm just trying to see the comments here. If I see Alyssa or Michelle, let's write down their names. Thank you so much, moderators. Let's see. Hey, Pennsylvania. Ashe. Am I wearing sandals? I'm not wearing shoes. I had to check. Can you do a karate kick? Yeah. Yeah, if anyone would like a reading, feel free to Cash App or PayPal, Goddess Energy 444. I'm looking for Alex, Alyssa, and Michelle. If you, for some reason, can't write anything, but can see or hear me, feel free to email me. Let's see. Yep, the last one was Michelle that sent over here. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Goddess energy. How I would love to know what is coming in for love. Okay, so for Michelle, what's coming in for love? And then I'll wait on Alyssa. What is coming in for love? Let's do Jeressa. What is coming in for love? Zakaya. And Zakaya, feel free to put your question as well in the comments below. What is coming in for love for Michelle C? So, Zakaya, Michelle C, what is coming in for love? And then for Michelle, it's Michelle M. If Michelle M can leave a comment with her question, I'll do Michelle M's reading. Yes, Michelle, there you go, Ladybug. Oh, now I have a name to put to Ladybug. I've always seen Ladybug, but not knowing your first name. Yeah, Ladybug. Michelle, feel free to write your name. I mean, not your name, your question. And Michelle C, I'll be doing you afterwards. So Jeressa. Reciprocal love. Will Jeressa find reciprocal love? Will Jeressa find reciprocal love? Let's put it out there already. Yes, she will. I'm hearing she will be loved. Yes. Let's put it out there. Jeressa shall be loved. She will be loved. We have Ace of Wands, the Moon card, Ace of Swords, the Sun card, and the Emperor. So there's an Emperor energy coming in that does have pretty strong energy. At least just from this reading over here. Let's put this here. There we go. There is someone coming in from the healing it is that you have done. The Moon card, the Ace of Swords. And so what Spirit's also saying is there's something about like what would say the root, right? Or that shadow behind the relationships of not receiving reciprocal love. There's something it is, some sort of healing that you may do, a happiness that you achieve within yourself. It brings in someone here. And what I just see is like I see a lot of self-love and even like pinks, you know, it's like that Aphrodite kind of energy. There's a revelation, a self-discovery that you have within yourself that I see an Emperor energy that feels that. And it kind of brings energetically this person in for you. What do we have for Jeressa on finding reciprocal love in 2026? Why the Emperor? The Emperor's on the way. Okay. The Emperor is on the way, non-gender specific. Eight of Wands, the Chariot card, says winning, overcoming obstacles, success, hard work, concentration. So this person's coming in. They seem very soul aligned with you as well. So you have a chance to receive and experience reciprocal love in 2026 for Jeressa. And I am seeing it though again where there's like this glow, this joy, this self-love, even exploration that you've gone through and in with yourself. And it comes in. The Emperor comes in for you. What's the advice for Jeressa? For Jeressa on finding reciprocal love. What is the advice for Jeressa on finding reciprocal love? Too many cards. What is the advice for Jeressa? What is the advice for Jeressa of finding and receiving reciprocal love? Ooh. They're kind of passionate about you too. Okay. We got King of Cups here, emotional intelligence, Four of Pentacles. Yeah, the deep healing of like, you know, what led to me not getting the reciprocal love back? You know, like what was that? What was the wound? What was the inner child? What was the shadow? And as there's like the deep healing emotionally here, and I see like a glow up that you go through. Is it fine if I draw you? I can't control that. So I guess, yeah. I could say of like, yeah, but if you draw me in this way, but I can't control that. Six of Swords with the Knight of Wands over here. You have a provider coming in for you, Jeressa. But again, how does this Emperor come in? He comes in from, he reflects your inside. Okay, that's what I'm seeing, where they're going to take care of you. They're also passionate about you. But again, it's like this love that you've given to yourself, this passion that you've given to yourself. And so until, say, he or the emperor comes in, date yourself. Like, how do you, and a soul brother and I actually had this conversation recently. Before the person comes in, treat yourself as if they're already here, right? So it's like, would you have that routine if you were living with a partner? Would you look like that if you were living with, like, or with a partner, right? Or this or that. Self-love is actually what brings this emperor in. And they seem to be protective, right? This is a feminine energy, a child, a masculine here. Santeria. Knight of Wands over here too. I'm reading one of the comments there. They're passionate about you. So it's kind of, and as soon as I say that, I get a 777 too, a phone call that says 777. Confirmation, Teresa. They're passionate about you. They like you. They want you. And they're so protective over you, which is beautiful. So you kind of get everything in one. I love this. All right, so that's what can come in for 2026. And again, oh, Zakaya, there you go, the question. And how does the Emperor come in? It really is through what's going on inside. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. I'm reading a comment over here. Trillion dollar over here. Lego. Those doors. Let's see. All right. Now we do. I'm just still waiting on the comment from Alyssa. A Wayne. I wish on Cash App we could never like send a message of like, hey, what was your question? Can Cash App please update their app that we can do that? Because like I would love to like, hey, like what's your question? But Cash App you can't do that, or at least not yet. So the first Michelle which was Michelle M. So Michelle M, Mary Magdalene. If you can write down your comment. Alyssa, Zakaya, I see that you wrote something down over here. Hi, I'm Zakaya. I'm open to what Spirit has for me. Yeah. So let's see, like for 2026, what's coming in. Oh, you got a new number with 5 sevens. Yeah, somebody called me with a 777 number. Hey, that's nice. Thank you, $1 trillion. Blessings to you. I love how you pick up on it too. Right away. Allegua. How'd you know? Yeah, you're welcome, Tita Jury. Okay, so for Zakaya, I'm just going to be waiting for Alex A. Wayne, Alyssa, and then Michelle M. And I will, and Ladybug, you are Michelle C? Michelle C. Yeah, Ladybug, are you Michelle C? I believe you were Michelle C. No, Michelle Chavez is Michelle C. And it says it right over here, so that's why I'm saying that, Michelle. I'm sorry. Michelle M. Yes, we got the MM. Yes, it's Ladybug. Of course you would be the Mary Magdalene energy that I was talking about, Ladybug. Okay, yes, got it. Okay, Ladybug. So what is your question, Ladybug? Yours was sent first. So we'll do Ladybug, Zakaya, and then Michelle C was sent after Zakaya. All right, and I'll take what I have here so we can get our readings going to Zakaya, Will love find me? Okay, Ladybug, there we go. All right, so for Michelle M, and then we'll go to Zakaya, Michelle C. For Michelle M, Ladybug, will love find Michelle M in 2026 for Ladybug. I am wishing you all the love and the romance and the union and the partnership. What do we have? Hello, dear friend. How are you? I'm Shad Khan. Hello. What do we have for Ladybug, Michelle M? Will love find Ladybug, Michelle M in 2026? Look at that. Oh, okay. Okay, Michelle M. High Priestess over here. We have Ace of Cups. That is a beautiful romantic card over here. Okay, your cup overflows. And Michelle, did you see how it felt? Like right in the heart over here. Ace of Cups. All right, you got love coming in from the straight into the heart space. For Michelle M, Ladybug. For Michelle M, Ladybug. What do we have for Michelle M for the Ace of Cups? What do we have for Michelle M for love coming into 2026? You from, what flag is that? If you can share what, I can't just like, I can't zoom in. So if you could tell me what flag that flag is, because I can zoom in. I know it's green, but there's a few flags that are green. What do we have for Michelle M, Ladybug? Too many cards. What do we have for Michelle M, Ladybug on love for 2026? What do we have for love for 2026 over here? Now, Spirit's just saying to be mindful of the heart over here. Moth to a flame. Why the Three of Swords and the Queen of Wands for Michelle M for love? Ah, I see what it is. It's interesting. And I'm going to keep it. Oh, Brazil. Beautiful. I love Brazil. I'm not from Brazil. My ancestry is indigenous and Caribbean. So, Michelle M, what I see for love, it's interesting here. Love will find you. There's a little bit of a warning of friendship. Because I see Three of Swords. We have the Three of Cups here. And so what Spirit's saying is to be just mindful of friends. I get a message at the same time. So be mindful of friends over here. Of like knowing your worth and your value. You have the Ace of Cups. Why Ace of Cups for love and romance for Michelle M, Ladybug for 2026? Why the Ace of Cups? You know, it's interesting. I do see romantic love. I actually see, so it's like love. The Knight of Wands, that's energy of like, oh, that person is like passionate about you. Fire and passion. And then the Six of Swords over here. Why the Page of Swords for Michelle M, Ladybug on love and romance for 2026? We got a marriage card and truth. And the cockatiel. I actually have it named the cockatiel. I've been holding it for someone, but I also have 3 animals here that I've been holding for months for people, not someone. All exotic animals, cockatiels, bearded dragons, snakes. I have 2 ball pythons. Michelle M, I see romantic love coming in. There is a little bit of a warning of friends. So it's just interesting. Why the Two of Cups and Three of Cups for Michelle M for love and romance? So if this, past, present, future, and we don't know what's coming in 2026, right? But if you do meet someone, be mindful of third parties. But it doesn't feel like it's third party as far as like someone else involved. It feels like friends, family, like people coming in and saying different things to you, to them. That's what I'm seeing here. So just be mindful of that, of when things actually start happening for you in 2026, of how people react, of what people start to, like when you actually get the lover, when you actually get the good stuff in your life, then it's like the family, the friends. Why are you guys acting so weird? Things like that.
So that's what I'm seeing over here. There's just that warning. Now, what's the advice for Michelle M for 2026 on love and romance? What's advice for 2026 for love and romance? Release anything that you need to. I see 8 of Swords, 5 of Cups, the 10 of Wands over here. And so say any old emotions regarding love and romance, if you could release it, purge it, that's what I see for advice. Where there may be like old emotions or say like a clearing, and what I'm actually seeing is the back of the heart. The back of the heart holds on to old grief, and we do have emotional intelligence here. And so that's what I'm seeing. That could benefit you to like cleanse and clear. Why 8 of Swords for advice from Michelle M for love and romance for 2026? Yes. Oh yeah, look at that, going to the past over here. Okay, we have 6 of Cups. We do have the Star card over here. All right, so cleansing, clearing the past, maybe cutting cords, things like that. It's what brings everything in, you know, including the lover for you. Just being mindful of some friends and like opinions that may come in, you know, in 2026, and discerning, you know, of what or who, you know, that you listen to. Take what resonates, right? Leave what doesn't, and always, always. All right. Zakaya. We have Zakaya over here. I'm going to look at the comments over here too. She does go to her website. Yes, you go to 144bluerosetemple.com. Ma'am, do you do anything with past lives? Yes, Akashic Records. You can feel free to email me or go to 144bluerosetemple.com. Are you able to do my ancestry? Well, there's physical tests for that. Ancestral readings, I will say go to someone. Should I even say what I'm going to say? For ancestral readings. Ancestral readings, go to, like, say people who, a reader, right, who specializes. So people have trainings in different things. And I say that because I stopped getting ancestral readings from tarot readers, where the ancestors, you know, and that was actually from a situation where it was channeled so wrong that it led me back to my ancestors. That like the way that was channeled, just completely wrong. It brought me all the way back home to my ancestors, where I'm like, I'm never getting. It wasn't like that with tarot reading. But when it comes to ancestry, go to readers or go to, say, gurus, coaches that, say, specialize in that. Where, like, we all have different ancestors. And I mean, we all have, you know, everything is one. Ancestors can be channeled in different ways, you know, and so be mindful of that. I personally don't do ancestral readings yet. I'm being trained to do ancestral readings. But I don't really do, like, I'll sometimes channel ancestors or passed over loved ones. But a full ancestral reading, I don't do those yet. And just be mindful of ancestral readings through tarot. Where, like, yes, they can come through in any way, shape, or form. But again, there's a. Should I share this story? It says yes. Ace of Cups, 3 of Cups over here. Double yes. It wasn't necessarily a bad thing, but just someone who swore they could channel my ancestors, and it was very karmic. It led me to my ancestors. My ancestors were like, come here and go away from there. You know, so like it ended up being something. But yeah, go to people who are familiar with your ancestry to channel it. But it's also not to say that anybody cannot channel it. Like, anybody could channel anything, right? But just be mindful of those things. Am I wearing sandals with white toes? I'm wearing no sandals with golden. They're the same color of my nails with golden toes. All right, Zakaya. Where are you, Zakaya? Zakaya, Zakaya, Zakaya. I like your name, Zakaya. What do we have for 2026 for Zakaya? We're going to tap in. I always do this to cleanse the deck from the previous reading. I'm doing energy readings and can sense that your toes are done. That's hilarious. Zakaya for Kaya. I love it. What do we have for Zakaya for 2026? I'm seeing, do you connect to the animal realm, or is there a particular power animal that follows you? I'm seeing like an animal assigned to you, but it also doesn't feel like a normal, like, you know, it's like cat, dog, serpent, elephant. There's a very, and I don't know why I see a giraffe. Do giraffes resonate with you? I'm seeing like a Zakia. Okay, I'm seeing a animal that's like not say as always described as like a power animal that's coming in. All right, ivory as well, like bones, like, you know, the ivory of elephants is what I'm seeing too. All right, for Zakia, what do we have for Zakia? A dragon. I love that. What do we have for Zakia? What do we have for Zakia? What do we have for Zakia? What do we have for Zakia for 2026? Queen of Wands. What do we have for Zakia for 2026? You have a boss friend. It's not like a boss romantic partnership. You possibly have a business partnership with someone that's like a friend or soulmate in 2026. What do we have for Zakia? It's pronounced Za and then Kia. Yes, I was pronouncing it Zakaya. What do we have for Zakia for 2026? Why the Queen of Wands for Zakia for 2026? You're going to meet someone that you have perhaps some sort of financial partnership with. Why King of Pentacles for Zakia? Truth. Oh. You're making moves. Okay. What do we have for Zakia for Three of Cups here? Okay. Yeah, is there anything that you should know that you're unaware of? Yeah. Okay. You have a partnership. And it's more than one person, actually. It might be three. We have a queen, two kings, and a Three of Cups here. There is a long-term partnership that you're going to enter in 2026. This could be career, a project, something financial in some way, shape, or form. Why Knight of Pentacles with the Three of Cups for Zakia? Yes, you do have the Hermit card over here, Page of Pentacles. Directing. There's so much wealth inside of you, Zakia. Like, what I'm seeing is your energy, your creativity, your ideas are so wealthy. You have a lot to bring to a table. You have a lot to bring to a group without you bringing anything to it. But I'm seeing like director's view. Even if it's not like art and creativity in that sense, it's like, Zakia, you have a director's view. You have like this ability to oversee. I see you working with a team of people. There's some sort of wealth and prosperity that's going to reflect outside of you, that's been inside of you for a while. Why the Hermit card and the Page of Pentacles for Zakia? For Yeah, we have the Ace of Swords. Now, what is this project? Why Page of Pentacles? What is this Page of Pentacles for Zakia for 2026? Why Eight of Wands and the Page of Cups for Zakia? What is this Page of Pentacles for 2026? What is this Page of Pentacles? Page of Cups. What I'm seeing is you get like invited by a person or more than one person to be a part of some sort of team. And so in 2026, it's, look at that vision, but it's based off of your vision. Again, I'm seeing director's view, where you're going to be asked to be a part of something. It's something that can be long-term and that has wealth and prosperity tied to it. So it's like some sort of project that you work on as a group. Why Ace of Swords and Two of Pentacles for Zakia for 2026? Yeah, the Fool card with the Ace of Wands. Now, what's also coming through is you may be like the smallest, the youngest, the least experienced in the group. Something along those lines over here. It's like, I'm hearing like the words, it's like someone's going to put you on in 2026. It's that kind of energy. They're going to put you on because you have the energy to be put on over here. Director's view, 100%. There's something inside of you that someone or a group of people is going to see, and they're going to put you on, where this is going to be a positive shift in your finances. And it's the kind of thing where it's like, work for our team, work for our project, Why Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Coins here for Zakia for 10 of Wands over here? This is going to be clarity and balance, like justice. I am getting a little bit of the past, Zakia. So, this is 2026. This is actually justice and balance, that you were held back in previous years. You were suppressed and oppressed. You were not able to get everything, all of your creativity, all of your ideas of wealth and prosperity. You weren't able to get it all out because you were being blocked and stopped due to karmic things and people in past and previous years. 2026 is when these bindings upon you are released. And yeah, I'm happy it resonates that you said, I tried, but I was blocked. Yeah, you have amazing ideas, even wealthy ideas inside of you. And in previous years, it's like blocked from coming out of you. And it's going to come out in 2026. God will place people upon your path that will see you and that are going to put you on because you deserve it. You are someone who has been, your creativity especially has been blocked, oppressed, and suppressed. But it's very valuable and it deserves to be shared. And you're going to meet either someone or more than one person in 2026 that is going to see you. They're going to want to bring you into the spotlight. And by that, I mean where it's like, no, Zakia deserves to work here. She deserves to share her voice. She deserves to whatever it may be. So that's what I have for you. I hope that it resonates. You got beautiful things. And we have Seven of Cups. This is multiple options coming in over here. Yes, I'm happy it resonated. All right. Hello to Kenya, Timothy. Yeah, right now we're doing mini readings. We were doing readings for Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Let's see. We're going to do Michelle C. What is coming in for love? Alyssa and Alex AJ Wayne. I'm going to keep checking over here for you too. Oh, yes, you can. A time for judgment. My Cash App and PayPal is Goddess Energy 444. And I will do it. I will do it. I can actually promise that. I will do it. You're so funny. I'm so happy for you, Zakia. You deserve it. Like what it looks like is like, whoa, this girl has so much inside of her. Like whatever's blocking, binding, stopping it, move all of that to the side. God is sending you an earth angel or earth angels that are going to put you on. Am I single? I belong to God. I'm in a sacred union with God. He loves me so much. He's so good to me. Never had a reading. These are paid readings. Yes, we're doing $5 and $10 readings. For mini readings, $5 is a 1-card reading, and then the $10 are mini readings. Let's see. All right, Michelle C. What's coming in for love? So many love readings. I love it for today. For Michelle C. Michelle C., where are you at? What do we have for love? What is coming? Ooh, right away. All these cards. Okay, you do have Queen of Swords coming out, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. For Michelle C., what do we have coming in for love for Michelle C.? You're releasing a burden. Maybe it makes room. What do we have for Michelle C. for 2026? What is coming in for love for Michelle C.? What is coming in for love and romance for Michelle C.? What is coming in for love and romance? Oh, something's coming in. What's coming in for love and romance for Michelle C.? Okay, Michelle, are you dealing with an Aquarius? Is there maybe an Aquarius or Aquarius energy coming into your life? As we end off with the Star card over here. So it can be someone who has a lot of Aquarius energy. Boar Moon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Thank you, Umbrella. No, it's a wide and wild open internet. I'm very old school that I would never write something online that I would not say if someone was right here. I'm old school and traditional in that sense where I don't know what it is with this modern world of people just go online and say anything. I promise you, and that promise I would keep, I will never say anything online that I would not say. But some of the things I would say even in person sometimes are actually wild. But I don't believe in typing anything online that you would not say to someone if they were right here. I never understood that. Thank you, Umbrella. No, I don't. Like water, you don't absorb it. Yu-Gi-Oh! I just got my son some Pokemon cards. All right, Michelle C. For Michelle C. Why the Page of Swords here? For Michelle C. for love and romance. Okay. Emperor. Why Knight of Cups for Michelle? Oh, the Emperor sees the Empress. Okay. All right. The Emperor is on the way to the Empress. Or is the Empress on the way to the Emperor? Who knows? Oh, sugar honey iced tea. Ooh, somebody's going to give you something, Michelle C. For love and romance for 2026. Something's coming in. What do we have for the Star card? Now, why the Star card, though, for Michelle C. for love? This reading is saying, Michelle, be hopeful, be mindful. Hopeful, mindful, have faith. There's a choice here. It's interesting where what Spirit's saying is you actually may have more than one choice in 2026. You're going to be successful in your love life. Remain in hope, faith, and trust. We have an Emperor and an Empress. And yeah, what Spirit's saying is it's actually going to be your choice. I don't see you in a place of like, say, desperation or lack when it comes to love. It's like, well, does this feel aligned? And it's okay for, I don't feel like that I'm in lack if I say no, or if I move on, to another option or whatever it may be here. What's the advice for Michelle C. for what's coming in for love? Michelle Chavez for what's coming in for love. Now, it feels like with love, it could maybe be tied to personal things. I see like negative changes in life and you're cutting it out. With the Ace of Pentacles here, this is abundance coming into your life. How much are the mini readings? They're $5 for a one card reading or $10 for a mini reading, and feel free to Cash App or PayPal Goddess Energy 444. All right, now why the Two of Swords for advice, for love, for Michelle C? Why the Two of Swords here? You know, I actually see too, though, like what brings in the masculine. And Michelle, like, you know, masculine, feminine energy is within us. I see you, the work that you've done on your inner masculine is bringing in blessings as well. Also a person, whatever energy that they might be. But I do see that you've done a lot of work on the inner masculine here, and it is bringing in certain things. I do see wealth and prosperity, as well as a lover. In the Bible, yes, I love the Bible so much. Hello, Marlon, how are you? Yes. Oh, Wayne. Yes, thank you for sending that, Wayne. I got the question of general reading. Okay, yes, I was looking, and then we'll do general for, and that's just what we're gonna do. If I end up seeing that maybe someone left the chat or things like that, I'll do a general reading, and then always feel free to reach out. All right. I'm gonna put this in over here. We're going to do Wayne, which is Alex, a general reading for 2026. There we go. All right, just adjusting this here. I got a 777 message, so you could be seeing 777. And I got a, what's it called here? Let's see. What is up with this? And I got a rose. Okay, 777 and roses can mean something to you. Now, what do we have for Alex A. Wayne? For Alex Wayne, I feel like I know who this is. You know, I do remember the name and like the emojis and things like that. Six Marie, yes, we did your reading. Let's see, maybe 40 minutes ago. Let's see where it might be. Why, you know, I can't go back to it now. Hold on one moment. Well, I'll double check for you, but we did, you were the second reading that we did today. What do we have for Alex Wayne, for A. Wayne over here? A general reading for 2026. What do we have for A. Wayne? A general reading for 2026. For Alex Wayne over here. What do we have for Alex Wayne for 2026? What is a general reading? What does Alex Wayne need to hear the most? For 2026, what does Alex Wayne need to hear the most? We're going to keep the, oh. Okay. King of Cups. And I had them upside down. You have the Ten of Pentacles, Alex Wayne. What do we have for Alex Wayne as a general reading for 2026? Now, I do see we have 10 of Wands over here, 8 of Cups. For 2026, there's something that you're connected to with wealth and prosperity that you're going to, like say, for example, a career. Interesting. We have the Tower card in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune. Avoiding a disaster, Wheel of Fortune. Why Tower card in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune for Alex Wayne for 2026? There's a shift in perspective of something to do with prosperity and finances. And it feels like you dodge a bullet in a sense, where something becomes overwhelming. And again, this has something to do with wealth and prosperity. So like, is it someone that you share wealth with? Is it your job? What I'm seeing is it's where maybe a majority or a good chunk of, say, finances comes from, you know, so like it could be connected to someone. It could also be, say, your career, your workplace. You avoid some sort of disaster and you shift your perspective on something. Why the 8 of Cups?
Now, you may leave something or cut some sort of stream of income. Again, it could be shared income with someone. You walk away from it for your own joy and happiness of like, you know what? What's more worth it is my joy, my health, my peace, right? And that's what I'm seeing here. Why the Sun card and the Queen of Swords for Alex Wayne for general reading for 2026? It's interesting. It may have to do with work, prosperity, career, or a person. We do have the Emperor over here. Thank you, Randy. Hi, Young Smoky. My Cash App, my PayPal is Goddess Energy 444. With the Two of Wands and the Emperor, where there's a choice, but it feels like, again, it's a person or your career, some way that you do get prosperity, but it's like you have to sacrifice something to get it, to do it. It could be your peace, your joy, right? Where like, say for example, maybe it's that coworker, that boss that is just like, is it even like, this is like getting you sick kind of thing, right? Or a person where it's just like, you know, we have a lot tied together, but my peace is so much more important. That's what I'm seeing here. Why Two of Wands with the Emperor for Alex Wayne? Yeah, we have success, and then we do have Page of Swords over here. The Page of Swords is a card of communication. It says needing patience, planning, protection, defensiveness, and fairness. And we do have the World card over here. And so, you know, it feels like what Spirit is saying, you know, is like, hey, approaching something carefully, approaching your success carefully, but also a reminder that your joy, your peace, and your health is worth everything. And so if it's given to you, but taking from you in other ways, just like be mindful of that is what Spirit's saying. You're welcome, Michelle. Blessings to you. What is your religion? I don't believe in religion. I've taken systems. I've taken systems of consciousness, right? Like Hermeticism is a system. But I don't necessarily tether to one religion. I have been connected to monotheistic religions, which there's only one God, and I do believe in only one God. And I believe that all religions point to ultimately one creation that connects us all. Three of Swords in reverse over here on the bottom of the deck, everyone. Yeah, so I do believe in one God, which I know I talk about so many gods that it confuses people, but and I don't even want to say I believe in monotheism. I believe that we're infinitely learning and teaching and unlearning. And 100 years from now, we may find revelations in consciousness and religion that we all start having like a different conversation. Blessings to you. Thank you, Alexander Wamak. Thank you for being here. We're going to we'll do a general reading for Alyssa, and then I'm going to send you all of you on your way. We do have a video that's uploading for Patreon today, the Saturn Mysteries. All right, the Patreon is for your own activation, initiation, transmission. We talk about mystery school topics, teachings. You have access to the workshops. Now, starting for 2026, again, part of the reason I haven't been online too much is like, yes, physical construction. For the Blue Rose Mystery School, we have 12 months already created. You know, so again, that's Saturn energy. Unlike previous years, we have 12 months already created, all of the lesson plans for Patreon. And the intention of the Patreon is it's meant to be timeless. It's an ocean of wisdom, but feel free to swim at your own pace. All right, so let's get in this general reading for Alyssa. I was asking for the comment, but I haven't seen her in some time. So we're going to get in a general reading for Alyssa. Always, if you don't see it when it's posted, feel free to email me if you have any questions or if it was sent at the last second, things like that. All right, let's see what this card is, Alyssa. You have Five of Cups in reverse. So it's coming out of some sort of grief or say sadness for Alyssa for 2026 for, and let me get the Alyssa B. Okay, Alyssa B. For Alyssa B, what do we have for Alyssa B? What do we have for Alyssa B as a general reading for 2026? So I'll keep this card, Nine of Wands. There's some sort of not giving up. Alyssa B, I'm kind of seeing like, say, previous energies before 2026. There's like something that almost feels like it's creeping into 2026 from previous years. Why Nine of Wands here for Alyssa B? You know what this says, Alyssa B? Learning from past failures and gathering your strength. What do we have for Alyssa B for 2026? What do we have for Alyssa B for 2026? Alyssa! Where are you, Alyssa? You got a beautiful reading. You learned from past failures and you're getting the rewards, Alyssa B. We do have 10 of Pentacles, a culmination. There's a blessing coming in that's a culmination of your hard work or a culmination of events. We have the Justice card. There's some sort of good karma, balance coming in, maybe even something to do with law and justice. And we do have the Wheel of Fortune over here. So the Wheel of Karma turns. For Alyssa B, why do we have the 10 of, there's something with prosperity. Why Justice card for Alyssa B? And why the Wheel of Fortune for Alyssa B? Your good karma as a person, Alyssa B. It's someone that's going to be coming in or that's already present in your life. Now, why Justice with the Five of Cups here? Now, what I would ask, is there anything with law, with court? You know, it could be just, justice in your life. I do see some sort of injustice that you're closing out. That it finally comes to a balance and it's like bittersweet, but it feels like something you gotta close out. You have to purge out some sort of maybe even legal or justice situation. But there's someone that comes in that really loves you. All right, right over here. Why Two of Cups and the Ace of Cups for Alyssa? Is it Alyssa? Yeah, for Alyssa B. Why that Two of Cups and Ace of Cups over here? We have Five of Pentacles, Three of Cups, the Hermit card. It's almost like a soul helper comes in for you, Alyssa B. This is a soul helper that loves you very much and almost like helps you through some sort of time. So it feels like you're closing something out here. Again, it's either justice, just in general, or even maybe legal. You get a soul helper that really helps you through that time. Now, what is the advice for Alyssa B for 2026? What is the advice? And why the Five of Swords here for advice for Alyssa B for 2026? Empress card, Seven of Pentacles, Five of Swords. It feels like you're going to finally be clearing out. There's, again, the middle placement here. I would ask, like, even if it's not legal or just legal, like the courts, right? There's someone or something in your life where it's an injustice and it's affecting your finances in some way, shape, or form. That's going to be purged out. Why the Death card for advice for Alyssa B for 2026? Why the Knight of Pentacles for advice? You're in an injustice situation of some, like, where this wealth maybe is rightfully yours or you've worked very hard for it. And what Spirit's saying is don't give up to this situation of injustice. Why the Empress with the Seven of Pentacles for Alyssa B for 2026? You have a soul helper. Confirmation again. Someone is you have an earth angel that will come into your life, a friend, a lover, someone here, and they're going to help you through the situation. You know, where maybe they do have financial means, like say to help you, or it's like wisdom, it's advice. It's just simply a friend emotionally, mentally that can give you support as you navigate this injustice in your life. So that's what I'm seeing here for you. All right. And then that's the last one over here. Feel free to email let's go home 7777 at gmail.com. We do have, again, a few videos that are uploaded to the Patreon. Channel members, you got a video today too. Patreon, for the next 3.5 weeks or so, we're going to be going over the Saturn Mystery School teaching. So the Saturn mysteries of how to unlock all of your hidden wealth, prosperity, just all of those different hidden aspects of you when it comes to Saturn. As most people fear Saturn, and that's why, you know, they feel like their lives are not in alignment. If you want to build true wealth that lasts 20 years or more, you want to work with Saturn. Even relationships, you know, if you're working with Saturn, the relationships last. Saturn's your foundation. All right, so I'll just grab final messages for everyone for water signs. Today was water signs for 2026. Now, what do we have for Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio for the year 2026? What are some final cards of advice for 2026? Your devotion is recognized, and we do have soul flame. A lot of Buddhism and Hinduism here. We have Master Buddha. We have soul flame, rediscovering a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. All right. And I will say, like Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, especially for you Pisces, that you have that north node in your sign, and Saturn's coming out of your sign. Expect, and part of it though with the Saturn is like, did you learn your lesson? So like part of it is like, you know, learn the lessons, integrate them. You have blessings coming in the form of relationships. We do have Krishna, devotion. Yeah, and that's what Capricorn season is all about too. It's about devotion, that Saturn energy. Saturn told me. Okay. All right. That's what Saturn told you. Krishna, devotion. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. Okay, and so that's what Spirit's saying over here for 2026. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Spirit sees the work it is that you've done in the unseen. All right, your devotion, even your unseen work, it's all recognized. Let me grab some more cards of advice for 2026. For Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Being patient. It says you're not patient enough. I know we hate the message of patience. Patience is not about doing nothing. Patience is knowing profoundly that nothing can be done to change the situation in the present moment. Wait, and the inevitable will materialize. And what is that really saying over here? Wait, and the inevitable will materialize. The year of 2026, again, you have Saturn and Neptune coming together. And it is like where it's like that dreamy energy of us putting our will, but also with Saturn aligning God's will, right? Resting in alignment. And that's what I'm seeing over here. Wait, and the inevitable is going to materialize and hit Earth for you. It's going to manifest for you. And that's the energy of 2026. All right, I'm going to grab 2 more cards of advice. What are 2 more cards of advice for 2026? Stand your ground. We do have emotional healing over here. You know what I mean? Oh, and then the card joy. I'm hearing, we're not gonna take it anymore. You know, where it also feels like in 2026, there's this message though of, I am going to protect my heart. I'm going to protect my emotions. And that's also what you worked so hard for over here. And that's what I'm seeing. We do have Oshun, sweet success, on the bottom of the deck. Peruvian. I am not Peruvian. Hello. Peru's beautiful. I know so many, work with so many shamans from Peru. Let's see. We're going to grab final messages from that deck over there. This one goes right here. What are some final messages for 2026? Don't do anything. That's the message for 2026. Meditate. Everyone, just start meditating into 2026. At 11:58, let's just all come together and just Om into 2026. Now, there's a large part of me that actually means what I'm saying right now. Let's just, starting at 11:58 p.m., I'm in Eastern time, okay? Let's just all do it at the same time. Even if you're watching this video afterwards. let's ring in the year with some peace and groundedness. And there's actually, like, I'm actually kind of serious about this though, where, listen, Linda, listen, if my 6-year-old is not up at 11 something, I'm going to come on live and I'm going to be meditating until 12 a.m. and whoever joins is going to join. And I can't promise that one because I don't know. He probably is going to be knocked out. But if so, I'm going to hop on live and we're going to meditate into 2026. And we're going to own that sound of creation, entering into the year of co-creation. Okay, now the card did say wait, and the inevitable will materialize. Part of, even say manifestation, I'm just gonna maybe leave off with this note, is like trusting in self, right? So when you put something out there, number one, the manifestation may not come within 24 hours. You did nothing wrong. That's normal. It's normal for you to praise something or this or that, and it doesn't always come in right away. I think we also glorify too much of the quick moving stuff, even in online spirituality. And what I will say to any online spirituality that does not involve having a foundation or structure or routine, it doesn't last, and so have a routine, a foundation, a structure, but there's no action needed. Okay, what you really need to hear is, hey, the inevitable is going to materialize. Your soul destiny is your soul destiny. So just come into alignment, be open and ready to receive. And at 11:58, if my 6-year-old, which they're most likely going to be knocked out, we are going to come on here on live and we're going to meditate and om into the new year. And that's how we're going to start. All right, but that's what I have for you. I do hope that it resonates in a positive way. Thank you for spending time with me today. Feel free to email me if you have any questions, or go to the website 144bluerosetemple.com, or you could join the Patreon Blue Rose Mystery School. But I'm wishing you all a very happy holiday for those of you who celebrate, and a happy new year. All right, I'll be back. Let's see. Tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. And we'll see what signs it is that we end up doing. Fire signs, air signs, or earth signs. But yeah, thank you for being here. I will see you tomorrow.